Day 3, shifting to the rear camera. Feels good, some progress. Let me tell you all as to how the first few days were. I've just kind of lost the drive, like, let's do something. You get what I'm saying? I guess you do. I don't hope you do. But if you know what it feels like to have this up sleep cycle, up mental stability, the feeling of engaged in, unaware about what's happening next, this constant state of anxiety. So I organized my room again and again. I cleaned my closet, organized my room again and again, my workspace, my everything. I guess I was just trying to have this sense of control. You get it, right? Like when you have a haircut, you just want to have something different, something fresh. Feel that you're back in control of something. I need a plan. I had to make some content. Like, I did travel, I went to places. It was beautiful experience. I made decent content. What happened was it wasn't sustainable for evident and vague reasons. I had my talk show, B-Talk Season 2. Yeah, it was good. Very good. But there was this one moment where a technical glitch kind of just made me feel like my head went like... and none at the same time. It's a fresh, new level of constipation. So yeah, I just pointed the camera towards me, figuring out a drive in something, and let me just tell you all a story. Born in a city famous for Bali Jatra, the Dahi Vadas, and yes, the Barapati Stadium. Yes, there's even this article which states that Snoop Dogg had come to Cuttack's Machua Bazaar to buy something, possibly oregano. I was a product of East meets West, Odia meets Gujarati, Galyu meets Rago. Galyu, for those who don't know, means sweet in Gujarati, and Rago means spicy in Odia. India. Honestly, I wasn't that great a student. I was a consistently mediocre student who barely managed to pass exams. Like, Sharma ji ka beta can say it down. Yeah, he used to say. But that's, I guess, what the marks made me feel like. Maybe the education system wants me to feel like that. But, well, what did I do to prove the thing wrong? I took ISC Science in 11th and 12th. Bad idea. My parents' reaction was like, Mommy, what about 12th ISC Science?
What were you thinking?
Quick update, I managed to put the camera on the tripod. Yeah, not the camera, the phone camera. Yeah, but it's on a tripod, I'm taking that as progress. So as the story continues, my sister, she walks in one day and she's like, you know what's BMM? 17-year-old Yayati went like, you mean BBM, right? And she was like, yeah, just like most of y'all, she had an eye roll moment, and followed by which I actually did a Google search. Best Google search ever. I did take BMM, and guess what happened? This transition from being this unaware kid who lived in Bhubaneswar, who's stepping out into the big world in Bombay. Yes, I say Bombay because I used to say Mumbai, but you go there and something happens and it becomes Bombay for you. It was a whole new level of exposure, a whole new level of challenge, competition, and it was a whole big world. And there was independence. For a kid educated for 14 years in a co-ed convent, that wasn't a different turf. It was a whole different ball game. And I did what Dory taught me. Just keep
Swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swim.
From friends to competition to counterparts to amazing glorious victories to necessary losses. There were days when I had the fanciest layout of food, the craziest party, to a possibility that the end of the month, the last week, I'm just surviving on vada pav, chai, my flatmate's special Maggie, and yes, if I feel raise, the occasional cold coffee. I guess that's the only cold coffee I've had in my life. So I even managed to land a 110 kilo Activa at 60 kmph on my left knee, because of which I kind of had to let go of this one thing which I pursued for 15 years. Dance. Just had to let go of it. Wasn't easy. Don't worry, not a sob story. I did find rap. I did make something known as the BMM anthem, and trust me, further in the story, rap is going to play its role. Bombay was a tough, demanding city. It always has been. But no matter what, Bombay did take a lot, but it introduced me to the love of my life. Being on stage and hosting, like that was my shit. So I realized I was judged based on my ability to climb a tree. But whereas I wasn't meant to climb a tree. It was never about science, commerce, being studious, the law, medicine. It was never about being cool or being a badass or what's the new fancy word? Gen Z, come on, let me know. But yeah, the fact that I could just get up on stage, do something as simple as and effortless as speaking. Maybe just the fact, maybe like tell a story, something. I don't know what. The fact that I could make someone feel happy or maybe give a tear, take them back home with something. That. Like, yeah, give me the opportunity. I shall take your breath away. But I guess that was it. That's when I got the clarity. I knew what I had to do after college. I took a corporate job in the startup scene where I worked as a community manager in Bombay. And yeah, I even gave lectures. But until my boss decided to give me this opportunity to go on stage and host this startup summit in Mumbai, that's when I realized where I up. This is good. Cut to me coming back to Bhubaneswar, a city where people exactly aren't aware about BMM. It's still BBM for them. No complaints. But if I tried explaining people what BMM was, 90% of the people would be like, "Acha beta, news reporter banoge. Arey acha. वो journalism, oh advertisement बनाते हो, वो new advertisement लिखते हो बनाते हो." That is a part of BMM. That is not just BMM. Fair enough. I decided, okay, well, learn something. Let me figure out a way to portray. The events went like this. I came across a guy by the name of Niket. He has a company of his own by the name of The Right Order. Do check it out. Cool stuff. Now what happened after that is, with a little bit of his help and The Right Order's help, I came up with this thing by the name of RROD. The Rap Rulers of Odisha. And boom, this happened. Because of this, what happens is I get this amazing opportunity to host an event, the Red Bull Local Hero Tour, where the world #1 BMX artist, Daniel Devs, who's coming. And it was legend. Wait for it. With RROD kicking up amazing from the streets, the clubs, to the colleges, hosting fancy events. I even opened for artists like Mika Singh and Ritwis. Fun fact, my zip was undone the entire time I was on stage before Ritwis came. Maybe a story for a different time. But yeah, it was beautiful. I even got to manage to get this opportunity to host the Red Bull Spotlight. It was good. Everything was going so well, like one after the other, like this, hosting this event, that event, then the pandemic, and then I was like, what? The pandemic happened and I was stuck. And as a host, it's not good that the entire world is in a lockdown. And luckily a friend of mine, Soumya, we just had this session where we were like, what if we have an online talk show? Good idea. That was kind of the entire... it was fun. So I had this talk show, 2 seasons of it, goes by the name of Wings from Home, season 1 and 2. We got all the local artists from Odisha and it was amazing, like magical people over here. Followed by which, nothing to do, season 1's done. So you know what I did? मैं YouTuber बनेगा. I will go, take amazing photos. I'll go to places and those candid photos and like, how do I say, the lone wolf, the man with so many stories. Yeah, it was beautiful. I went to so many magical places and palaces, saw so many sunsets and sunrises, which little did September 2020 I
as to how expensive and all deal this is. All that was in my head was like, yeah, ho jayega, but who's gonna pay the bills? Because traveling and staying in all these beautiful places is not exactly cheap. Okay, no worries. Back home, what do? Started with V-Talk Season 2. First 3 episodes were actually fun, beautiful. But towards the end, the 4th episode, one technical glitch and I lost my shit. Then, I honestly ended up burning out myself, because of which I lost my shit. Now with plans A, B, C, D not working, like RROD, hosting, talk show, travel, what do I do to put my content out there? I decided to record myself and create something, even if I had zero motivation or the will to do something. Hence I went from front video to back video, day 1, day 3, the storytelling session. Let me tell you what the idea is. The talk show will be back. I rap, travel. I found a new interest in tech during this pandemic. India, a little bit of a personal touch. I like storytelling. So, instead of being this digital online existence subjected to one topic only, I know that's like the way to go get the algorithm, but yeah, I was doing something which is not my ish. So yeah, I just wanted to be like this library where someone can walk in. Instead of any book, they can find any URL or any thumbnail or caption. Maybe laugh a little, educate yourself a little, entertain yourself a little, have fun a little, just, yeah, something, a little. Bit of Monica by my side. This is where I ask you all to subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on the post notifications and all of that. But before, just hear me out. Now, if I have actually managed to get you a little curious to subscribe, see the few videos which will be coming in the following weeks, and if you all like it, good for me. If you all don't like it, you all can always click the same button again and just, well, there. And if I've managed to get your curiosity, actually piqued your interest, triggered you, do comment. Let me know what's going on in your head. Do check me out on Instagram, DM me, talk to me. Constructive criticism is important. Peter McKinnon. So yeah, let's see what happens next. Cheers till then. Next Tuesday I'll be coming up with a video. Till then, just keep swimming.